What if I told you that there are certain mistakes you simply shouldn't make? Not because you cannot recover from them, but because they can cost you time, opportunities, and peace of mind. Hey besties, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is TJ Genny, and on here we give healthy tips that would help your daily living and your relationships. So if this sounds like something you will love, please feel free to punch the subscribe button that you see on your screen, and also turn on your post notification bell so that whenever a new video drops, you will know. Gracias. So in this video, I'll be outlining 3 mistakes you shouldn't make in life, alongside my personal experiences. Let's dive right into it. First, don't ever make the mistake of allowing someone to take a major decision for you. You are the architect of your life, and you should be able to own it. It is okay to seek counsel or advice from people that you feel can actually help you, right? But the sole decision, or to make that sole decision, depends on you. Trust me, it is better to make a decision for yourself, and at the end of the day it flops, than allowing someone else make that decision for you, and at the end of the day it flops. Trust me, you won't forgive yourself if the latter was the case. All right, now let me tell you my personal experience. Is actually kind of funny, but not funny. After my NYSC, it was time for me to move out of the accommodation I was occupying at the time, to get my own personal space, right? And at the time, I was actually grieving in Abuja. It was my friend's wedding, and I was her chief bridesmaid. I'm sure you know yourself, Mary. So I was in Abuja for the wedding, and I entrusted, the whole accommodation search to a friend of mine. In my mind, I felt this person really, really know my kind of person, right? What I love and what I do not love. And I entrusted, the whole accommodation thing 100% to this person. To cut the long story short, it was a total disaster. Now, before I continue this gist, let me give you the second point. Okay, the gist is like a continuation into the second point. Secondly, don't ever make the mistake to think you cannot do it. Don't make that mistake. You can do everything you set out your mind to do. Okay, now let me continue my gist. Okay, so fast forward to when I got the accommodation and everything. By the way, I wasn't angry at that person that got me the accommodation. Trust me, I appreciated the efforts and all of that. I was just angry at myself. After like few months, I think after like 3 months thereabout, I was already thinking, I need to move out of this place. I kept on procrastinating because I felt I couldn't look for an apartment myself. The whole hassle of going to look for agents, the whole hassle of going for house inspection, all of that just beclouded my mind, and I just kept on procrastinating and telling myself that, okay, let me manage. The house is not that bad after all. Trust me, it wasn't like it was that bad. But for me, I wasn't just okay with it. One day, I just told myself that, Madam, stand up. I didn't even tell him that I was looking for an apartment. I just entered my contact list, and I started looking for, my friends that have been in Lagos, right? And I started asking, oh, do you have an agent's number? And trust me, I got like a couple of, so I called the agents myself. I went for house inspections myself, something I felt like I couldn't do. Do you understand? So, to cut a long story short, I finally got an agent from one of my friends, right? And I got the accommodation. It is everything I had wanted. It is so calm, serene environment, so neat, and everything is just orderly. So that thing that you feel like you are super scared to do because you feel like you cannot do it by yourself, trust me, just put your mind to it and start. You'll notice that it's not even so much of a big deal after all. Okay. And lastly, the third point, don't be scared to let go. When a person who has been in your life suddenly starts acting strange and giving you the signal of, oh, I don't need you anymore, you're not important to me anymore, don't be scared to let go. I know that there are some people in our lives here that are really, really, really important to us. Probably because of the value they bring to your life and the help and assistance they render to you. I know that can be really, really hard. When you think about it, letting those kinds of people go can be very, very hard. But trust me, they are not the only people that have those qualities that you want or that you're looking for. I don't know if you understand, but let me give you a practical example. Right now, I use the word had because it's now in the past. Yeah, I had this friend that we've gone way back from uni, and this guy seemed to have, so much knowledge about schoolwork. He seemed to have so much knowledge about, things, life generally, right? So I was so happy to have him in my life. At the time, I was super excited and I felt really, really at ease and at peace because if I have any question, he's my go-to person. Oh, help me with this, or help me with that, or what do you think about this, or what do you think about that, right? Now, at a point, there was this project that I wanted to work on, right? And when I spoke to him about it, oh my goodness, he seemed to have so much knowledge about it. In fact, it was something he was already doing. So I was super excited because I could get like first-hand information from him and, he could share his experiences with me. I held him tight like this, right? He was a good person, but at a point, I don't know if I did something which up till now, he hadn't even told me, right? At a point, he started acting up. At a point, he started making me feel as though I was disturbing. He started making me feel like I call him. No, I send him messages, right? And he takes forever to respond. At a point, I just got tired. I stopped reaching out. You understand? Now, that thing I wanted to work on, right? I sat down one day and I was like, I'm going to do this regardless of if this person is in my life or not, right? And surprisingly, I entered my contact list again and I was just scrolling, right? And I saw a number and I called this man and I said, hello, sir, please, I would love to ask if, you have an idea where I can, do this and do that. And to my utmost surprise, he said, yeah, this is what we do in our office. This is, our work. And I was like, you see, while I was enduring this person's bad attitude, I didn't know that I have a contact that could help with everything I needed with just a call away. Trust me, if someone has been consistently making you feel like they don't need you, they don't value you, you don't mean anything to them, feel free to flush them out of your life, okay? Because you'll be surprised to find out that there are better people out there that you are yet to meet. Some disconnections will bless your life in no small way. So besties, we have come to the end of today's video. I hope you've learned something. Give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share this video. Drop all your comments down in the comment section, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so by now.